When I look into your eyes, I see the stars align. The way you smile, it takes me to a different time. You're the melody that plays in my mind. I can't explain it, but I know it's divine. Every touch, every kiss, it feels like a dream. The way you hold me, it's like nothing I've ever seen.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is Neo once again, and I wish everyone is doing perfectly. Hey guys, in 2 days we will be having SoFi Q1 2026 quarterly report, and let's take a looking. When we take a look at the April 2026, actually together with four of the biggest tech firm in the world also announcing their Q1 results, which are Meta, Microsoft, Amazon, and Alphabet. And when we look at the 5-year revenue CAGR, which stands for Compound Annualized Growth Rate, Meta is only 18.5% year-over-year revenue growth. Microsoft is only 14.5% year-over-year annual growth. Amazon is between 15 and 20% growth. Alphabet is only 17.2% year-over-year CAGR. But look at SoFi. Look at the last one, SoFi. Its compound annualized growth rate is an amazing 43.6% year-over-year growth. It is growing at a much faster growth rate compared to the other tech firms. So look at SoFi. SoFi Technology has shown the highest revenue growth over the 5-year period due to its rapid expansion from a small base with a 5-year revenue CAGR of 43.57%. And then people, we will also look at why JP Morgan gives SoFi a $31 price target, and what are the reasons JP Morgan gives to support its strong case for SoFi. And then we will look at how SoFi compared to JP Morgan going forward in terms of their growth rate. And then we will also talk a lot about what makes SoFi so great. Okay, so let's dive right in, people. JP Morgan. All right. Okay, this is what JP Morgan, the summary for JP Morgan. I actually look at their recommendation. The formal letter, it is too long, so I asked the AI to summarize everything. So based on the recent 2026 data, SoFi operates as a high-growth fintech with a much higher valuation multiple than traditional banking giant JP Morgan Chase. They even mentioned that. SoFi is often analyzed as a price per sale ratio reflecting its rapid revenue growth and fintech status, roughly 4.2x in early 2023 analysis, while JP Morgan trades at a significantly lower multiple, reflecting its established profitable. Well, both of them are profitable, but then JP Morgan has grown so much, and they have already tens of millions of hundreds of millions of accounts. So how can you grow much higher than that? That is the law of large number, because their penetration to the United States market and globally has been so much. How much more can you penetrate? But in the case of SoFi, fintech has just been starting since around 2020 and 2021, together with Robinhood and a few other fintech firms. And SoFi is the only one with the bank charter out of all this group of fintech firms in the United States. So right now we still have a lot of growth ahead of these fintech companies, including SoFi. And SoFi key aspects performance. Recent 2026 report shows strong growth, with Q3 revenue rising 38% and strong membership growth up to 44% in early reports for this Q1 2026 actually. No, this is a different one. This is the earlier one. I have to I have to look more into which quarter this one is. Okay, I'll look. Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, actually, sorry about that. Recently upgrade SoFi to overweight, setting a $31 price target, and seeing it as a long-term winner. Ladies and gentlemen, JP Morgan is the best bank and financial institution in the United States right now. And they don't look down on its competition. It actually endorses and applauds the vision of SoFi Technologies and CEO Anthony Noto. Wow. And they are saying SoFi is a long-term winner in the digital banking space. Wow, this is from the CEO of JP Morgan and Chase. Valuation, while formerly high, analysts are adjusting expectations. However, as a high-growth fintech, its price per sale is typically much higher than traditional banks. And we will look at the price per sales ratio later. And Robinhood has a 11 to 12 or even sometimes 15, 16 price per sale ratios. But SoFi is less than half of Robinhood most of the time. Risks. Short seller reports, who cares, such as Muddy Waters, have recently targeted its accounting and dependence on lending. Muddy Waters misunderstood massively how SoFi report its revenues and interest expense and delinquency rates. SoFi has a very open way of saying what would be otherwise a higher delinquency rate if they do not sell this loan within the 60 to 90 days of delinquency. SoFi always are open and they always disclose that fact in every single quarterly report. And you will see that also in this coming Q1 2026 report. That is gross negligence of Muddy Water. And Muddy Water has attacked a lot of other companies such as AppLovin. And what happened to AppLovin after Muddy Water attacked AppLovin at around $300 per share? AppLovin share went down to 200, but then recovered and shot up to 400, 500, 600, and over 700. But then due to AppLovin is being so highly valued and way overvalued, the share price has dropped to now around $440 per share. But it was just due to the overvaluation. It's not because of Shortsellers report. Once again, Muddy Water attacked AppLovin. APP is the ticker symbol. AppLovin share price dropped from 300 to around 200 and then later recovered back to more than 300, overshot to 700 plus dollar per share. SoFi will do the same. Nothing that I'm saying is financial advice. You must do your due diligence. I trust Anthony Noto. Anthony Noto is the managing director of Goldman Sachs before, and he is the CFO of NFL, National Football League, before. And he has been the COO, Chief Operating Officer for Twitter before as well. He has a lot of going on under his belly, and I don't believe his character is that bad. Far from it. Excuse me, people. Oh, by the way, let's have a sip of coffee. My God, my throat is so dry. California has a very dry season right now. Oh my God, so dry. I really loved the rain last week. It was amazing. Oh man. Yo, let's continue. So, JP Morgan really is saying a lot of good things about SoFi, and they are snapping it a $31 per share. And now SoFi is under $19 per share. Imagine, people, imagine. Sentiment can just change like this. Snap in seconds. Excuse me. Okay, let's move on to what has been SoFi's recent updates. let's see, as of late April 2026, SoFi Technology has achieved significant industry recognition, including JP Morgan's recognition, being named the top bank and top investment app in the United States, alongside major expansion into crypto and business banking, big business banking. Top Bank App Rankings 2026. Number 1 bank in the United States by Forbes or Forbes, depending on you want to pronounce it in the traditional way or the new way. The US new way, we pronounce it as Forbes. Number 1 bank in the USA, okay? Number 1 bank. Forbes is the most prestigious ranking company in the entire world. Whatever they say, those companies will eventually become Fortune 500 companies. It's crazy. It is not some random ranking system. Okay? It is Hall of Fame in steroid with nuclear energy level affirmation, people. Congrats, SoFi. Congrats. And ranked SoFi Technologies as the number 1 bank, not number 2, not number 3, not number 4, not number 5. In these early years of SoFi, SoFi is ranked number 1, one and only, in its 2026 World's Best Banks list, recognizing it ahead of traditional incumbents. Bar none, no one can catch SoFi Technologies. Number 1 in DIY investor satisfaction by J.D. Power and other prestigious ranking institutions. SoFi was named number 1 in DIY investor satisfaction by J.D. Power in March 2026. I'm so excited because it is an exciting news. These two pieces are exciting news. Back-to-back winning. Number 1 and number 1. Not number 2, number 2, not number 5, number 5. Number 1 and number 1 by two different of the world's most prestigious ranking institutions. This is nuclear level affirmations of SoFi's technologies YMO, M-O-A-T, or competitive advantage, if you will. So, ranking highest across digital channels, including Robinhood. Don't forget that. Including Chime. Don't forget that too. SoFi is number 1. Ease of doing businesses and value for fees paid. Okay, recent major news and milestones. Expansion into crypto and stablecoins. SoFi became the first nationally chartered US bank to offer XRP deposits on April 21st, 2026, in addition to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. And all the stablecoin and cryptocurrencies that you deposit in SoFi account are automatically FDIC insured of up to 3 million. If you have 3 million, or if you have 1 million, let's say, of cryptocurrencies, including fiat currencies of US dollar, would you want to keep it in, let's say, Coinbase, which is not FDIC insured? Or would you like to keep it in SoFi, which is 100% FDIC insured? Can you imagine the phenomenal growth of SoFi accounts going forward? Well, launch of big business banking. On April 2nd, 2026, SoFi introduced a specialized service leveraging the Solana blockchain to allow companies to manage fiat and cryptocurrency on a single regulated platform. If you are a big institution, would you rely on some companies such as Coinbase, right? Or Robinhood to do this for you, for your back-end transaction and workflow, financial workflow? No, you wouldn't. You want something with more certainty and is constantly being monitored by government entity. Only a institution with a chartered bank can give you this level of certainty. and stability. So SoFi automatically will be just like the early day of AWS. Become the single go-to one-stop shop for both consumer and business alike. Platform to do their business. Because doing business via SoFi's platform is just that much more efficient, that much more stable, that much more timely, that much more secure and cost effective. All of the above, people. Okay, record growth and profitability in early 2026. SoFi reported its first ever billion-dollar revenue quarter, adding a record 1 million members in Q4 2025 and achieving 9 consecutive quarters of GAAP generally accepted accounting principle profitability. Not some type of unknown accounting, but generally accepted accounting principle. The only accounting principle adopted by United States Standard Accounting Board Agency standards. OMG. Insider confidence. Following a Shortseller report in March 2026, CEO Anthony Noto purchased a 28,900 shares of stock, bringing its direct ownership of over 11.7 million shares, indicating a strong personal confidence. Hey, he didn't shy away from buying even more. He just spent $1 million to buy at around $17.55 per share just a couple of weeks or 3 weeks ahead of this short-seller attack. And once the short-seller attacked the company, he actually went ahead and bought $500,000 worth of more SoFi shares right away at around $16.50 per share. OMG. Loan platform expansion. So what I'm trying to say is action speaks louder than words, and CEOs take action to buy even more shares. That is confidence. Okay, loan platform expansion. SoFi announced new loan platform agreement totaling over $3.6 billion on March 26, 2026, boosting its fee-based revenue streams. Remember what the short-seller said? This loan platform is one way for SoFi to make accounting, special accounting arrangement, and it is not, what is the right word to say without oversaying it? It is not dependable way to report because SoFi is hiding some information about loans that they did not disclose. But actually, if it is not legitimate, what about all these big institutions that keep on announcing new deals with SoFi loan platform? Right? And these are repeat customers. They are not new customers. These are repeat customers who have performed their own due diligence of SoFi before signing up with SoFi. And then after working with SoFi for the last year, they love it so much that they come back with more agreement with SoFi. So do you think the words of the short seller is correct, or the action of this big financial institution is more correct? Actions speak louder than words. People. Upcoming Q1 2026 earnings. The company is scheduled to report its Q1 2026 earnings on April 29, 2026, with high market anticipation for continued growth following the strong 2025 finish. Okay, people, let's take a look of how I am modeling SoFi Technologies. So this is SoFi Technologies projected membership growth. Anthony Noto have said that in last year, SoFi aimed to have 50 million members by 2030. And by 2028, SoFi Stadium, the most expensive and technologically advanced stadium in the United States, will be hosting the opening and closing ceremony of the 2028 Olympics in the United States, as well as various large games during the event. OMG. And people will be hearing the word SoFi Stadium, SoFi Stadium, SoFi Stadium, SoFi Stadium, SoFi Stadium, all across the globe. Okay, so now, in order to achieve 50 million members, we have to come up with some kind of quarterly growth of membership, right? To kind of see if it is really feasible. And guess what? It is more than feasible. Because what SoFi need to do is to grow membership between around, on average, CAGR, compound annualized growth rate at roughly around 35 to 38% annually, which is very achievable because SoFi is currently at what rate? The membership is actually growing at around 35 to 38% year-over-year growth. And if you remember, we just looked earlier, it is rumored that this Q1 SoFi could see over 40 to 44% year-over-year membership growth. It's crazy. It's so crazy. Wow. And then when I model this membership growth rate, because of law of large number, as the number of membership grow bigger, the future percentage will become smaller. But then the in quantity of membership growth is similar year after year, if not even faster or higher. But percentage-wise, it's lower because of the law of large number. Your denominator become bigger number every year. That's why even if you have higher number of membership growth, it still come out to be a smaller percentage amount. It's law of large number. But look, it is achievable. I already modeled it. 2025 last year, 13.7. This year, we can see 18.3. Next year, end of 2027, we can see 23 or 24 million members. 28, we can see over 30 million members. Wow. 29, almost 40 million. And 30, we can see 50 million members. And then this will be the quarter after quarter membership growth. So let's take a look at. These were just closely matching 2025. Amazingly. And this quarter, if we have 1.09 million new members, OMG, that is so achievable. That is so achievable. And I do not even take into considerations of international expansion of SoFi yet. And none of this revenue growth, I take into any consideration of the big business banking growth or the future international expansion of SoFi. So all of these are highly conservative numbers, people. Then let's take a look at SoFi Technology versus US now, what people say, very great bank, JP Morgan and Chase. Since SoFi has been named #1 bank in United States, so I no longer use the word JP Morgan is #1. I always used to say JP Morgan and Chase were the #1, but now since SoFi has been named #1 by Forbes, Forbes, now JP Morgan and Chase is #6 or #7, I don't remember, somewhere along that ranking. And so SoFi last year revenue was 3.77 billion. These are all in billions, okay? This year, we've expected 35 to 38% growth, 5 billion. So you can see how the market capitalizations of current JP Morgan is 833 billion. JP Morgan has a chance to cross 1 trillion market cap by 2027 because JP Morgan annualized compound annualized growth rate for their revenue is between 10 to 16% for the last 5 years. But look at SoFi. SoFi is more than 3x the growth rate of JP Morgan and Chase. So SoFi needs to have a much higher earning multiple and valuation. So if we do that, JP Morgan and Chase have 2.8, sometimes 3.0, 3.1. SoFi is 8, which is not overly exaggerating number because Robinhood, remember what I said in the beginning of this video? Robinhood has been enjoying a price per sales ratio between 11 and 16. And now SoFi is only 8. So which is not overly exaggerating number as a number. So if you look at these, SoFi could be way over $200 per share or SoFi can really achieve $200 per share by 2031. But see, here is the problem. I do not even take into considerations of the international expansions of SoFi. I do not also take into considerations of the expansions of big business banking of SoFi, which is the AWS arm of SoFi equivalent. OMG, what if this becomes $300 per share by 2031? That is exactly what happened to my previous #1 company, Shopify. I underestimate the international growth rate of Shopify. I only model Shopify with its growth rate for only the Northern American market, which is America, and then our neighboring countries, 2 or 3 of them, or 4 maybe. And then it turns out Shopify could grow revenue more than twice the speed that I projected it would be. OMG, it was so crazy. More than 100% faster growth rate as I was expecting. OMG. Can it happen to SoFi? Of course, definitely. And if that would happen to SoFi, we are not looking at SoFi at $200 per share by 2031. We are looking at SoFi potentially $400, $500 per share in 2031. It could happen. I have 27 experience in stock trading and investing. I have learned my past lessons, and I'm not gonna let SoFi go away from me. I'm gonna, with my due diligence, with my foresight and insight of the banking industry and where it is going, I believe SoFi is the winner. Just like what JP Morgan said, it's the winner. It's the digital winner. Digitization, remember what I've been saying? Amazon digitized everything. Commerce. What is the other company? Netflix digitized everything. Personal entertainment. SoFi digitized everything. Finance and personal banking. Okay? So these companies all share similar humble beginnings. And now more and more institution and ranking company alike finally discover their future potentials. And look at Meta, they have been doing wonderfully, and they will be alongside with SoFi announcing their Q1 2026 earning reports. All these great company together with SoFi people, amazing. OMG. And if we take a looking, let's take a looking. This Poet technology company, right? Yesterday or 2 days ago went up almost 100%, and now it's dropping 50%. People, investment means expectation of future earning growth, right? We are here to make money in stable and secured way. It's not like we watch some random video online and then some guy say, oh, this stock will be 700%, skyrocket 700%. No, not like that. It has to be based on certain expectation, how future revenue grow, how the membership will be growing, how the international expansion will be growing, whether the company is recognized by its peers and also prestigious ranking institutions. In the case of SoFi, would you not feel more secured in investing in the company? Everything is FDIC insured, and everything is monitored by the banking industry committees because it holds a bank charter. And look, even JP Morgan and Chase, who is the company leaders now, recognize SoFi as the #1 winner for digitized banking and personal finance. And you have Forbes, Forbes, or Forbes, recognizing SoFi as the #1 bank, not 2, not 3, #1 bank in America, ahead of JP Morgan and Chase. People, love you all, and it remains to be seen what the actual outcomes will be for Q1 2026, but I'm very optimistic, and I love SoFi so much, and I love you guys all so much. Welcome back to my channel. You guys mean everything to me. Appreciate it. Whew, I wish I could sleep for the next 2 nights before the earning reports come out. Guys, amazing, amazing, guys. Wow, this is wonderful. Oh, the portfolio has gone up another almost 30% for the last 2 weeks. Oh, it's crazy. This is my number 2 biggest portfolio. Okay, so I'm just a random guy on the internet, so don't always just listen to me. I know you wouldn't. I know you guys are smart. Do your own due diligence. Nothing that I'm saying is financial advice. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you.